All right, let's dive in. Today, we're breaking down the complete playbook for any creator who wants to really harness the power of AI. We're going to cover the whole shebang, from the absolute basics all the way to some seriously advanced automation, and even how you can build a career out of these new skills. Ready? Let's do this.
Okay, so here's the game plan. First, we'll nail down the fundamentals of how to talk to an AI. Then, we'll use those new skills to create some actual real products. After that, we'll put it all on autopilot, build our own custom AI assistant, and finally, we'll look at how to turn all this into some serious career momentum. We've got a lot to cover, so let's get right into it.
First up, mastering the AI conversation. And I can't stress this enough. This is the absolute bedrock of everything else we're going to talk about. You might be wondering, why start here? Well, it's simple. The quality of what you get out of an AI is 100% tied to the quality of what you put in.
So, what's this magic skill called? It's prompt engineering. Now, that might sound super technical, but it's not. It's really just the art of giving an AI clear, effective instructions, prompts, to get exactly what you want. Seriously, think of yourself as a movie director, and the AI is your star actor. It's brilliant, but it'll do exactly what you say, so you've got to be a good director.
You know, one of the best ways to get good at this fast is to build your very own prompt library. It's a simple four-step process. First, just think about your repetitive daily tasks. Next, write a basic starter prompt for each of them. Then, organize them into little categories. And finally, you start tweaking them, making them better and better. This becomes your secret weapon for getting things done with AI.
And this is where you can really level up. You can start with a simple zero-shot command. That's just telling it what to do. Or you can use few-shot, where you give it a couple of examples to show it what you mean. For the really tricky stuff, you use chain of thought, basically asking the AI to, think out loud step by step. You can even get it to critique its own work. This is how you go from making simple requests to solving complex problems. Okay, so we've got the theory down. We know how to talk to an AI. Now for the fun part. Let's actually make stuff. Let's create some real, tangible things. And we're going to kick things off with something that, honestly, sounds a little bit like science fiction. Building a working app without writing a single line of code. No, seriously, I'm not kidding. You can now build a quiz or a simple game just by describing what you want to an AI. And this is how you do it, using a tool called Claude.ai. It's just 6 simple steps. You open it up, flick on a setting, and then the magic happens in step 4. You write a super detailed prompt telling it everything about your app, its purpose, its features, even the colors. The AI does all the heavy lifting. It's wild. You go from an idea in your head to a working app just like that.
All right, building an app with no code? That's incredible. But what about a video? A really slick, professional-looking video. We can use the same idea, but this time we'll use a workflow, basically a stack of different AI tools that are each experts at one specific thing. This 5-step workflow is a perfect example of how that works. You use one AI, like Leonardo, to generate amazing images. Then you hand those off to another AI, like Lumai, to add cool transitions and motion. You assemble it all in an editor, and then you use another AI, like 11 Labs, to generate a perfect voiceover. Each tool does its part, and you're the conductor, making it all happen.
So we've made an app, we've made a video. That's awesome. But doing things one at a time, that's not the real game changer. The real magic, the real power, is when you can put this stuff on autopilot. That's when we need to talk about automation. And to get you started, let's look at 3 automations that are just amazing. You can build these today. Automatically posting to social media, handling your email replies, and even personalizing your sales outreach. Now, the secret sauce to any automation is what we call the tech stack. Don't let the name scare you. It's just the set of tools that work together. For social media, for example, Google Sheets is where your ideas live. A tool like Make.com is the digital glue holding it all together. GPT is the brain that writes the content, and then it all gets posted automatically. You set it up once, and it just runs.
Okay, this is where we really level up. This is next-level stuff. We're going to go from just using these general AI tools to building our very own specialized AI assistants. And with something like Gemini Gems, it's surprisingly easy. You can do it in just a few steps. The big idea here is you're basically using one AI, like ChatGPT, to write a super detailed instruction manual for another AI. You tell it exactly what you want it to be an expert in, and then you create your own custom bot. And check this out. This quote is the perfect example of that big instruction. You're not just telling the AI what to do, you're telling it who to be.
You are an expert. Your posts should always start with a hook, end with a CTA. You are literally defining the DNA of your custom assistant.
Wow. Okay, we have covered a ton of ground, right? From prompting to products to custom bots. So, what's the last piece of the puzzle? It's turning all this cool stuff you can do into, real world value, into a career.
Because that's the big question, isn't it? It's one thing to know how to do all this. It's a whole other thing to show that value to an employer or a client. You've got these incredible new skills, but how do you package them? How do you sell them? Now, you'll often see these skills bundled up into programs and accelerators, like the example here, but let's forget about the specific price tags for a second. The real point, the underlying principle, is about demonstrating overwhelming value. You have to frame your AI skills not as a line on a resume, but as a massive return on investment for any company that hires you. Look, being successful is about more than just the tech skills. It's the whole package. So don't think of this list as bonuses. Think of it as your personal checklist. You need a resume and a portfolio that show off what you've built with AI. You need a LinkedIn profile that screams expertise. You need to know how to find the right opportunities and then walk into that interview and confidently explain how you're going to solve their business problems. So there you have it. We've literally gone from learning how to write a single sentence to an AI, all the way to building products, automating workflows, and even mapping out a career path. The entire playbook is right here. It's yours now. So the only question left, and it's the most exciting one, is what will you build first?